What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by the podcast dad, Choops. How we doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope you're doing a little bit better since we talked like a few seconds ago. But yeah, we get to talk some wrestling. We get to escape for about a half hour. Let's have some fun. My kids got the turned around car seats in the car, so they're facing forward. Went to the museum yesterday. It was a great day. It's a great day. I'm happy to see you. How about this? Me being positive on a Monday. Wow. Role reversal.
Weird. A little bit.
You love it.
A little bit weird.
You want me to do the plugs too? Guys, if you enjoy what we are doing here, please follow us on all of our social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, but most importantly, and I will say this until the cows come home, most importantly, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is how we grow here. That is how Eric comes to the show happier, because we have more subscribers, so eventually we can stop those other jobs that we have to pay the bills with. So please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We get to do really fun stuff like we get to do, I think at the end of the week, if I'm not mistaken.
It is the end of the week. It is the end of the week. But first, let's show some love to our friends at the Main Event Network at @mainevent_net on all social media platforms. Yes, you can catch them on the Main Event YouTube channel. 2 incredible mixers. There was a lot of wrestling to cover this weekend, so shout out to the crew for taking on the responsibility of covering and breaking it all down. I mean, there's a lot to talk about here. I know we're going to try to pick and choose a little bit more this time as to what we talk about, but at @mainevent_net, where will we be without our friends at Gorilla Press Apparel, .bigcartel.com. We have a new Trivia Tuesday coming this week. It will be on our social media platforms for a chance to win a prize from our incredible apparel sponsor.
Oh yes, we love them. And if you love soft, comfortable shirts and hoodies, just go give them a ring. They know what they're doing. Like, their stuff is quality. It is hard to find quality stuff nowadays, but they're good quality and a great price. And you're supporting a small business, so you feel really, really good about yourself and helping the small businesses of the world. Come on. What are you guys waiting on?
Podcast said we have a lot to talk about here. It was a wild weekend of wrestling, and we have to revisit some of our predictions and our thoughts about this weekend as a whole and things that we said, and kind of our expectations for certain shows before going into this weekend. And I feel like coming out of the other side, we can eat a little bit of crow, a little bit of humble pie, excuse me. But there was a lot to enjoy about this weekend. Would you say so?
It was a great weekend. It was a great weekend. I mean, yes, there were some things that happened this weekend, not so great, and I think we'll talk about that, but some other things that were just fantastic. I mean, great shows. I don't think one under-delivered at all. I think they all did very well. I think one in particular was the best show of the weekend, and I think we're getting ready to talk about that here in a second, but one that surprised me with probably being the best show of the weekend, but it shouldn't surprise me. I think, if anything, they should be ashamed of themselves for not promoting it a little bit more. But you just want to hop right into it. Where did we start on Saturday? That was Great American Bash.
Yes.
All right.
And I think overall, just before we kind of get into certain things we liked, didn't like, I want to isolate WWE's weekend as a whole here, because it sounds like the only reason that this massive weekend was put together was to combat All In. I mean, this is a random weekend in July that they decided they wanted to add shows to this weekend to try to take away from some of that shine and some of that luster. They tried, and there were very good events as part of that weekend here, but I will say AEW put on their best show of the year so far. This was their best show of the year, I think. And WWE Evolution was absolutely their best show of this year. They didn't necessarily need to counter program because, yes, I'm willing to make that argument here. I know we've seen some great moments here, but for a show that had 2 weeks of build, or even I put out videos on TikTok kind of laughing at how they've kind of put in the names for this Battle Royal, top to bottom, that was a damn good card, and they need to be very, very happy with themselves. I wish I could put WrestleMania in that same conversation, but we had the talk of the night one main event. If the main events were switched, one night was better than the other. Top to bottom, this was a very well put together show. That's my thought.
Okay. All right. I mean, no, I'm not. I think every show this weekend delivered. And I think as fans, we should be extremely happy. And it doesn't sound like this counter-programming thing is going to stop anytime soon because Heat Wave is the same day as Forbidden Door. So, hey, look, as fans, I am more than happy to have 2 screens of wrestling on at any time. I'm good with that. So, I'm okay. It's just business tactics. Again, WWE is not a family-owned business anymore. It's a corporation. This is what corporations do. And
that's fine. It's not going to stop me from watching it either. No. This is our job, is to talk about it and kind of let's not act like this is anything more than the attempt to try to take away some of that.
It is
market share. It
is. But it's so much harder to do now than it was back in say the Monday Night Wars, because I can now stream on how many different screens on how many different apps. You know what I mean? They can keep trying to do this and take eyes away. I didn't miss a single thing of wrestling this week. Did you?
No.
I didn't miss a single thing.
No.
My eyes were diverted a couple times, but I didn't miss anything because I had multiple screens. Is that something you couldn't do back in the day? So I don't know if the strategy is going to be fruitful for the WWE, because how many eyes did they really take away? A couple hundred, if that?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple thousand. I don't know. It's so easy to watch wrestling now that for me, I don't think this is a huge deal.
Sure. Let's talk about kind of one of the biggest stories to come out of the weekend. Seth Rollins reportedly injuring his knee during that match with LA Knight. Triple H saying in the presser that he would be going to Birmingham today. I have not seen anything new here, but the rumor and innuendo and kind of what we saw as to how quickly this match ended, it is not looking good for easily one of the top stars on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and as somebody that has torn both his knees up, the second time I did it, I knew it. And you could kind of tell in Rollins' demeanor and his eyes and the way he was. To me, it seems like it's going to be another long, layoff, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It sucks. It really does, because that's their main storyline right now, besides John Cena. So,
and this was meant to be their story. This is the way that they'd already sowed the seeds for eventually Braun Breaker splitting off from that group. This throws a wrench into a lot of what's going on Monday nights here. The money in the bank briefcase is in jeopardy now. We don't know what's going to happen with that. There is a gauntlet match tonight to determine Gunther's opponent at SummerSlam. So there's a lot that we're going to have to examine here as far as the impact, not only just across Raw, but we were seeing across SmackDown too. I think, sounds like Seth Rollins was probably going to get the win against LA Knight, which leads me to believe that this was not going to be the only match that these two had one-on-one. So there probably would have been a SummerSlam rematch if I had to guess. That's probably out of the window now. Silver lining is this is an opportunity to step up for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Yeah, and theoretically, he doesn't have to lose the briefcase, right? Because it's a year-long thing. So he could keep it, even if he's out for 6 to 8 months. He could still keep that briefcase. It'll be interesting to see what they do, because they're going to have to pivot hard. If he's out a while, they're going to have to pivot real hard. Maybe it is Braun Breaker taking over that group. And when Rollins comes back, he gets a huge babyface reaction, and then we're off to the races with that feud. And maybe it just accelerates this. Maybe it flips roles a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe it is somebody else being dropped in that leader role, taking that brass ring. Maybe it's, I don't know, but does Punk go, okay, here's my opportunity. I have that relationship with Paul. I would have 2 heaters next to me. This is my last chance to go win the title. F it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this for the title kind of thing, right? Could that happen? Yeah. And again, he's feuding with Rollins, so if he comes in, takes Rollins' group, it's there, right? So they're going to have to pivot. Hopefully, hopefully it just doesn't go away, right? Because I think Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker getting great TV time is going to benefit them both greatly. Being with Paul Heyman benefits them greatly. We're going to see what they do. I mean, it's wrestling. Like, injuries happen all the time.
They do.
We saw it. We saw Liv Morgan, and then Evolution was a fantastic show, right? So you got to remember that these are humans. It is what it is. It sucks for Rollins. I hate it, but it's just kind of where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, and it sucks because, I mean, again, when we look at it, Liv Morgan, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, 3 very, very catastrophic injuries to happen within one calendar year. Now, again, we've seen them pivot well with Liv Morgan, so always going to give the benefit of the doubt because, I mean, we'll talk about their tag team title defense at Evolution, but that keeps that story going because that has been the theme of that Liv Morgan story arc is, you know, the way it's the old cheater sense. The way that you trap somebody is the way that you're going to lose them. And that's kind of what we're seeing here in a cyclical sense for Liv Morgan. So that makes sense. But again, when we have this new faction formed just after WrestleMania, basically this was supposed to be this generation's Evolution. We really want to think about it and a chance to have a new story arc for Seth Rollins for the next, let's just say, 18 to 24 months, because he was eventually going to feud with both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, you'd have to imagine, and maybe add a 4th man in there, that there is a lot of work to be done to kind of figure out how to pull the nose up on this thing. My question for you is, because we have seen a lot of this discourse on the interwebs, is it fair to give or to place any blame on the fact that the event happened itself? Because so many people have thought Saturday night's main event, this was one, like, if there is one show that you don't have to do as frequently as you have been trying to do them, these periodic shows, here's a good reason not to. Your biggest star got injured in a one-off match.
I don't think so. It's going to happen tonight.
That's right.
It was a move that he does all the time. Like, it happened. It's a freak accident, and that's what it is. It was an accident. It could have happened at WrestleMania. It could have happened at SummerSlam. It could have happened at a house show. Last time, it did happen at a house show. So, like,
it did.
You never know when something's going to happen. Like, I don't think it's fair to go, oh, they shouldn't have done the show. That knee could have been a ticking time bomb. We don't know. Like, did he land weird? Was there damage already in the knee from previous injury? Like, we don't know. I think it's
so the slowdown.
I don't think they can do that.
I did see a slowdown spot on TikTok where after he's doing the senton, you can see that right leg comes down a little, jams a little bit, and you kind of see the expression change on his face. And then once he goes for the moonsault and then does that hard plant, and that's kind of when things go to hell. Either way, it really is unfortunate. I think that Triple H said that he was backstage at Evolution last night. He wasn't going to miss Becky's match, so that's good. But
but like,
all in all,
again,
he's hoping for speedy recovery.
That statement's, hindsight's 20/20, right? Of course, now it looks terrible. Like, oh, they should have done it. If Rollins would have been fine and finished the match and won, and he's on Raw tonight, we wouldn't have said a damn thing. So, it kind of is what it just. This is wrestling. I mean, to anybody out there saying, "Oh, wrestling's fake," it's not real. Like, it is. It is. It's predetermined, yes, but like, people get hurt, so I don't know, man. Like, it's wrestling. This is it's gonna happen again, and I mean, shit, we saw it on AEW, right? I mean, Adam Cole is. We don't know. Like, we don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think he knows, and he wrestled 2 weeks ago, so
something like that. Yeah,
it sucks. It really, really does, and. Like, this is wrestling. Your injuries happen all the time. And maybe it is a case of maybe these guys need to slow down a little bit. I'm not out there. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Is there too much exposure? I don't know. But I mean, they were working like crazy back in the day too, and that's how we got to all the, pills and alcohol and all that good stuff as well. And do we really want to go down that road again? Like, I don't. So
no.
I'd rather have a knee injury than, a wrestler die at 31. So
yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, it definitely does suck because again, this is the same knee that he blew out at that house show, and it's unfortunate for a guy like Seth Rollins, who, again, I mean, he has been the workhorse of that roster for a very long time. So anytime you see something like that happen to somebody that does everything to put the company on his back it's unfortunate for sure. But speedy recovery to him. Elsewhere Saturday night's main event, Drew McIntyre, Claymore Jelly Roll.
Okay.
Tag team match set up at SummerSlam. Anyway,
Goldberg
didn't look terrible.
You shut your damn mouth. Yes, he did.
Not terrible. It could have. It has literally been worse. Has it literally not been worse?
It has. What did that match do? What did that match do for Gunther? Please tell me.
I'm not saying that it did do anything for him. It didn't. I mean, again, this was not a match that needed the world title in the first place. I've been vocal about that. This is just so you can say that Goldberg gets his his retirement match in his hometowns for the world title. Like, hooray! Yes. This was TKO fulfilling a promise that Vince made that he never planned on following through with. Because I mean, I don't know. At least it was on Saturday night's main event and not a PLE. Is what it is. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just him laughing at the chops, him no-selling a bunch of stuff. He's what, 58 years old?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Let's keep in mind we're not sure what that match was supposed to look like, given what happened earlier in the night. We don't know if that had anything to do with we need to add some more time to this match. I'm just throwing shit out there.
They could have interviewed somebody. They could have. It's what it is, man. It's what it is. It's done. It's over. I'm moving on. Gunther's going to get a new challenger soon. Don't know who it's going to be.
Grand American Bash, real quick, then.
Yeah, we can talk that. Biggest takeaway there.
Can I
give you mine? Let you
yeah,
simmer?
Of course. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Ricky Saints and Ethan Page showed out. That was a great match.
Yes.
That was a great match.
That was probably my favorite one of the night. Yes.
Yeah, that was a really, really fun match. Those two, you could tell they went out with something to kind of prove and had a chip on their shoulder a little bit, and they went out and did very, very well. Really, really enjoyed that match. Probably match of the show for me for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. I also want to give props to Yoshiki Nomura because there are very few people that can kind of match that power with Obafemi. And while Obafemi has the height advantage, you would not have known that based on just watching this match. I had a lot of fun watching this one. I hope that they find some more stuff to do with Nomura because there is a underdog sort of charismatic personality that's a lot of fun to enjoy there, and it seems like we're getting the fracture between him and Josh Briggs, which means they may be looking to branch him out on his own, which I think would be really, really cool.
Yeah, he's got a fun personality, a fun look. He does very well in the ring. Yeah, but our Great American Bash was a solid show. Didn't blow anything out of the water, but a pretty solid show.
Do you think that you would have felt differently about the reaction again if it was not in such a jam-packed weekend of everything that was worth watching? Do you think if this were a standalone where they got their own Saturday or Sunday night, you'd feel differently?
Maybe, because then, we wouldn't have got the turn literally the next night. So, I don't know. I think just overall it was a solid show. I think that's where I'm at. Like, it was a good wrestling show. Could it have been like a weekly special? Maybe, but I thought this was a good, solid, wrestling show, and I had fun with it. Didn't need the contract signing in there, but I understand why they did it, to kind of continue to promote that partnership with TNA. But yeah, just a fun show, I would say, for sure.
No, I agree, and I love those intimate setups. I love when the ramp is connected to the ring, and that's just me, a production wrestling nerd sort of thing. It's just I love when they do different presentations than they usually do on TV. So yeah, like I said, I like the show. There was nothing that I overtly disliked about what I saw this weekend, except for maybe Goldberg versus Gunther. But I think as a whole, every show was solid. I don't think there's anything I would give less than a B or a B minus, I should say. Yeah. All In.
My only criticism about All In.
Yes.
It was so long.
Longest wrestling show in North American history, I believe.
Yeah. It was
supplanted
so
35. Because that started 0 hours started at 1 o'clock. I was out at the pool. I turned it on. I mean, it might have. I turned it on at 1. I just had it on my iPad on a speaker at the pool. So
I think it started at noon. I think they started actually at noon. So yeah, it was. Do you think they'd ever go 2 nights?
I think he's crazy enough to try.
It's working for WWE.
Yeah, and look at, I mean, it's definitely not happening this year, but they have done All In and All Out week 1, week 2 is kind of a bookmarking of it. Maybe that's not a bad idea to continue that trend.
It was a really, really fun show, but it was just so long. I'm glad it was on Saturday.
Yeah.
They typically do that crap on Sundays, and
no way.
I usually miss the main event, so it was a good show.
It was. I really, really enjoyed it. I just want to say a feel good moment for me. Dustin Rhodes winning the TNT Championship.
His first singles since '97.
Yes.
Well, I guess they don't. I guess they're not counting the Hardcore Championship.
Probably not.
Or the 24/7.
Yeah. I think. Don't quote me on this. I feel like he either is close to or recently signed an extension with AEW. What's that?
I thought it was a year extension.
Oh,
I think he said this was his last year in wrestling.
Yeah. So I mean, at this point, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, 5 separate decades for Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Kind of all. And it's really been an evolution of a character that should not have worked in the 90s. And he's kind of taken all of that and he's blended some of that with the true Texas grit and the personality that he's got. His tag team with Sammy Guevara is really fun. His nephews are coming up in the industry and kind of guiding them. Even when he's done and hanging up the boots, I hope that he continues to do a manager, producer role with AEW because he's got a wealth of knowledge to pass along, and I thought this was a really cool moment, so I'm very happy for him.
No, and again, pivot, right? They had to pivot because of the Adam Cole injury, and they did. So they got a nice feel-good moment out of it. They were in Texas. I don't know how long he holds his title. I don't know if it's hey, Kyle Fletcher's going to win in a Dynamite or Collision this week. But yeah, it was a nice moment. In a weekend full of pretty fun moments, pretty sad moments, and then a nice moment. Yeah. You know what wasn't a nice moment?
Mercedes losing?
No, that was a great moment. I think that was the most surprising outcome of the entire weekend.
Jaw fucking dropped. Because I think we both felt pretty good that, like, there is no way
I didn't think so.
That she walks in, and, I mean, even, like, when you look even at the presentation of her entrance, she had the Texas Rangers 6-shooters cheerleaders. They were wearing all of her belts as part. Like, I just thought everything about that was just like, okay, it's time. Like, let's go. Do you think they made the right call here?
Yeah, I do. Because Toni Storm is it right now. Hands on the table, cards on the table, whatever the expression is. Toni Storm's the best woman wrestler in the world right now. I don't think character-wise, presentation-wise, aura, everything about her, I think she's the best in the world right now.
Okay, no, that's fair. If you're adding in the character as part of that, sure.
The entire thing,
because, no, and I say that because, again, Io is again, you can't deny that. over there either. And I think that that's what a lot of us are going to be talking about right now is if Evolution was not happening last night, that was the best women's match of the weekend. And I still think it's a great match. However, I think the main event of Evolution, because of everything that happened with it, takes it up a notch. And I think that that's why that main event better than Tony Mercedes, which again, a lot of fun. But I am shocked that we're not talking about Mercedes as the new women's world champion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she doesn't have creative control. I guess Tony Khan wanted to put that to bed, huh? I don't know, but really, really fun match. But I think presentation as a whole, character, wrestling, when she comes on the screen, I have to watch. That's Toni Storm. I will watch Collision to see her promos. I don't watch SmackDown or Raw just to see Io Sky's promos, just to see what she's going to do that night. I want to know what Toni Storm is doing every night. She has that energy. She has that charisma. She has everything going for her right now that this is, for me, the best going at the moment. And I can't wait to see what she does next because her and Athena is going to be great.
Thank God she made it onto the card. I was getting real worried there.
You're welcome. I feel like I manifested that. I feel like I did last week when I said there is somebody from Texas that you could give this to, and who would it hurt? Who would it really hurt? Didn't hurt anybody because she won. And now I get Toni Storm and Athena. Sign me up. Sign me up. That's gonna be a great match, dude.
It is. I mean, and I wonder how soon we're gonna see it because they didn't say when that match was gonna happen, right? It better not be on TV. I'll pay for that.
I think it'll be All Out.
I hope.
Where's that? That's in England, isn't it?
Forbidden Door is.
Okay. And All Out is soon, I would think. But
I think that'll be September. I think August is planned to be their Forbidden Door's their August show.
Oh, really? They're doing it different this year. I mean, that's fine. But it should be on a PLE. Sorry, it should be on a pay-per-view. Right? It should not be. It's in Toronto.
Okay.
No. This should be good. September 20th. So you were correct.
Okay.
First time in our show's history.
Yeah. Another moment that we should talk about. Go find yourself.
Yeah.
I loved that because they got the audible oh shit when we hit the kill switch on Christian. Just a very surprising time to end it, I thought. But yeah, it's let's see what Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, and Mama Wayne do on their own. Christian has some redemption to do, and I'm really interested to see how he reinvents himself for this reunion with Cope because he's been a piece of shit since he got to AEW. That it's now going to be like, I mean,
it's gonna be a lot for me to root for Christian.
Yeah, this is not a Captain Charisma. This isn't a throwing the tantrums with DDP as his positivity coach and whatever. But this is This is one of the all-time great tag teams that are. You have to think that this is kind of the final run for this particular duo. So I want to see what they bring to the table here.
I'm interested. 100%. Yeah. Real quick, and a pet peeve that both promotions do.
Sure.
I think you might know where I'm going. When we come out for a save and have a return, we don't have to hit the fireworks. You don't have to hit your poses. Why don't you show some urgency and go out there and help, right? Like logically, I hate that. It is such a big pet peeve of mine because I'm like,
old TK really flexed that promo this weekend.
But they really just like froze in the ring, like, oh my God, Edge is here. Let's watch him do his entrance. Like, hit Christian with the chair and leave. Like while he's blasting it. Like I know logic. Stop. But It's just one of those things.
Sure.
Hangman opened up the briefcase. Your TV's back on or your title's back on TV.
That is I'm not speaking for you. I am speaking for me. That is the match of the year, in my opinion, because it's a good story. It is a great story, and I think I might have to go back and watch a little bit more of the Death Riders, just kind of do a reassessment of it.
Someone's coming around. Someone's coming around.
Because
you saw the end and you were like, man,
yeah, there was.
We got there. Might be okay.
I think that there's things they could have done differently to get us there,
but got that feeling out of you.
They did get that feeling out of me. Everything from Marina not only going through the table, but then Prince Nana cuffing her to the barricade. Yeah, so that was one that reminded me so much of the Kofi Mania Gauntlet match with the Usos. Like, we forfeit. Very much had that.
Yep.
There we go. That is it. That's good. That was a cool match. And it was I don't know. There was just something about the brutality that just worked. I mean, we were less than 2 minutes into the match before the fork. Like the fact that we start there, it's like you just start there and it's just up there.
Yep.
The entire time. That is props to Mox. This is some well-deserved time off. I don't want to see him for a couple of months. I really don't.
One injury and he'll be back.
Let's not go putting that out there in the universe.
Mr. AEW at this point, and I don't think that's even an argument.
No, not at all.
What he has done for AEW, I think, has been leaps and bounds what anybody else has done.
Yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? He's the Terry Funk. They needed Terry Funk and ECW to help legitimize them.
Yep.
Moxley has done that. I don't have any Mox. Go take your time off. Go relax for a while. I kind of agree with you. Stay away. Man, that guy is one of those ones. Again, we're gonna miss. When he eventually decides to hang that up.
And there is, I feel like this. We should also point out there have been this is probably the fifth All In. I want to say it comes around 6 years, but I think as far as the fifth All In event,
so, probably
that. Ending, that image of Hangman holding the belt, excuse me, with that being the biggest show of the year, that's the closest I can think of to a true WrestleMania level moment that an AEW star has had on their biggest stage.
That felt like their biggest main event.
Yes, that crowd pop. I mean, and again, going back to Moxley and the selling of the chain around his neck, kind of very quickly realizing the walls are closing in, and he's just kind of like a fish, and it was just all of that, but that, and then you see the tears in Hangman's eyes, and the fact that they waited until the belt was out of the briefcase for Justin Roberts to go and knew as he's raising it, they're again, I only want to make that comparison for the simple sake of All In is their WrestleMania, same way we would talk about Starrcade, that moment Saturday night was definitely the biggest moment I think that they've had in the history of that pay-per-view. That was, and I just thought that was spectacular.
Danielson wanted it all out, didn't he?
All out, but not all in.
Was it all out? Are you sure it wasn't all in? I feel like it was all in because that was a big moment too.
Okay.
I feel like he beat Swerve at All In. I may be wrong.
All right. That'll be a fact checker question. And I love Danielson. I love the return.
It wasn't as big.
Not even skip. What's that?
It wasn't as big as this, I don't think.
It's not, especially because Hangman is a homegrown guy who was not even really considered part of the Four Pillars necessarily.
Not even close.
Yeah. And he has, the way that his character has taken this has just evolved over the years to this point where here he is, the white hat is on again, lost his way with the Swerve feud and kind of got his head clouded, but prodigal son returns, and I loved it.
And now we get a feud with MJF.
Let's go. Let's go.
We always talk about the follow-up. Boy, are we gonna have a follow-up.
Yep. I can't wait. It's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be brilliant. Evolution.
We'll make it real quick because I got to hop out here soon. But great. I think the best show all weekend. match for match, top down. I think it was the best show they had all weekend. A lot of good stuff. Stephanie Vacor delivering the line of the year. I think I don't speak English very well, but I speak wrestling. Like I love that line because I think it just talks about and excuse the pun, the evolution of what WWE is now, where you don't have to speak great English to be a top star, and that's okay. So I love that. Naomi cashing in. I did not see that one coming, but it's here.
No, and I
think it ends the
kind
feud.
of alluded to that. No, I don't think that it does.
I think it does. She's on Raw now.
I know that, but it's July now. We still have
the draft.
Jade versus Tiffany to look forward to. Bianca still doesn't really, she hasn't really leaned as to what allegiance may lie here. Survivor Series is around the corner, and you have to imagine if they're not in War Games, you're probably going to get a champion versus champion matchup.
Maybe. There's a lot on Raw though, man. Naomi.
I know.
Now you got Rhea, you got Io,
and Rhea's going to be
Asuka.
Pissed. That's
You got Becky, Lyra, Bailey. Like there is a lot.
Triple Threat was incredible too.
It was a great way to open that show.
Yeah.
And the finish. Oh, what a finish to that match. That was great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean,
Trish and Tiff.
Another damn good match.
With zero build, but a really, really good match. The tag match I thought was good. The Battle Royal was booked pretty well, I thought.
Yeah, I love the
shocking some shocking results in that one.
Yeah. This is a PSA. I hope that Lash Legend does. I hope they find everything to do with Lash, because you don't get the opportunity to be in the Final Four, the Final Two, getting to show that you can throw Nia Jax over a top rope without there. I mean, she got a massive pop as well, and it's just I hope that this becomes a yearly trend. That I hope that Evolution is a yearly show because they deserve it. I think that they should. I loved the fact that even during the pre-show, Daphne LaShawn and Jessica Carr also got their flowers for what they do and kind of the unsung role of a referee in WWE is. And there were a couple of she
took a hell of a drop kick.
She did.
And Lil Nate, shout out to you for taking that spear. Goodness. Protect your head, bud.
There's a lot to like about what happened this weekend. They exceeded all expectations when everybody was concerned about how they cared about the show. The crowd was not lukewarm at all, which was going to be my fear. Kind of ending the long weekend with a bunch of wrestling. You were thinking that crowd would be easily the one that would be affected the most. Didn't see a lick of it. White hot the entire time. Multiple. This is awesome. This is wrestling's like. There was no lull in the night for that crowd at Evolution, so I hope they see that this is. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean,
it needs to be
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, AAA. You have the ability to find the talent to be on these shows.
So much.
Use them,
and you have too much talent. You just have too much women's talent that you can show. Like you can show off. It needs to be a yearly show. I mean, the podcast mom watched it. Like that's. She was interested. Like, oh, they're doing an all-women show. Oh, I want to watch that. Of course. Like that's how you gain audience, right? That's something that selfishly that I can show my daughter and go, hey, look, these are all women that are wrestling.
Yeah.
You could do this one day, kind of thing, right? So
I
love that they did it. Continue to do it. Thank you, Stephanie McMahon, for creating women's wrestling.
That's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much.
No. Real quick. Time out. Gauntlet match. Penta, Braun, LA Knight, Punk, Jey Uso. Who wins? I'll tell you who wins.
It's either Braun or Punk.
No, it's not. It's Jey Uso. That's how That's how he's getting his rematch. They're going to have to pivot. That's how you pivot, I think.
Okay.
Nikki Bella takes on Chelsea Green. I thought Chelsea Green was on SmackDown.
She is.
Okay. And then we hear from Naomi.
As we should. It's going to be fun. We said world champion by the end of the year. If you had told me it was going to be the women's world championship that she'd be holding, I didn't.
And by SummerSlam, Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Cool.
She took a massive risk 3 years ago on herself. She and Mercedes both did.
They both had
and that has paid off in spades. It really has. Even though Mercedes came up short, that's okay. She still has 6 other belts that she gets to carry around, and to be one of the cornerstones of that women's division. She'll be all right. She will be women's world champion eventually. It may not have been last night. That's all right. She's got all the time in the world.
She does. She does.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. That was a fun weekend. I hope you guys had fun. No tribalism crap. Watch wrestling. It's a lot of fun. And it doesn't stop because we get more tonight.
Yes. We will be back tomorrow. We will be breaking down Monday Night Raw. We'll preview NXT, especially the fallout of the Blake Monroe Jordan Grace split from Evolution last night.
Didn't even talk about that.
Yeah. That is.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get more in depth on that tomorrow. Yeah.
Wednesday, we will do an SCI preview. Matt the Mouth may be joining us for that. Stay tuned to our social media channels for details. But that is going to do it for us. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Find us on all of our social media platforms. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. Until tomorrow, enjoy the graps.